Another episode of RDO Presents, and today we have my first league game in the HyperRandom League. This is a great little league set up by the guys that run the HyperRandom tournaments. So there's Hitman, Zetnus, the map, map maker god, and yeah, it's a fun little idea. So everything is completely hyper-random. All the maps are random. All the stuff on the maps, the res is different and random. So boars might only have 100 food on them. Trees can have 50 wood or 293 wood. So yeah, it's really interesting and makes you adapt your game style a little bit because the resources aren't what you think they are. And equally, just like the maps and res is all random, your civ picks are random. So there is a draft. The only bit of this that's not random is the bans and the snipes. So we both got to snipe some civs, ban some civs. I should probably introduce you to my opponent for this matchup. So we are in League 21, which unfortunately is the lowest league, and I am officially ranked as the lowest rated player in the whole league. So that'll be interesting. And today I'm up against Sir Lubas. Sir Lubas, I believe, is an American guy from East Coast America. We did have a little chat beforehand, trying to get everything sorted. Nice guy. Also, he was up super early. I think this was 10 a.m. my time. We played this yesterday. I think he's 5 hours behind, so it must have been 5 a.m. So shout out to Sir Lubas for the commitment to play this. So Lubas is rated Elo. I think he's around 850 currently. He's topped out at around 950. I'm currently around 780. So Lubas is the favourite here, probably by quite a way. I think I'm 782, and I think that's my highest. That's my top ever. So almost at the 800. Gonna get there soon. Do a bit of grind in the next couple of weeks. Get to 800. But so Lubas already there, 850. Plays a lot with the poles. Yeah, and that's quite interesting given his snipe. So yeah, we had to ban some civs. So I went straight in, banned Spanish. Seems like Sir Lubas likes a lot of Nomad. I should say there are different types of hyper-random league maps. So we got full-on hyper-random, is everything random. You've then got Nomad Start hyper-random. You've got Walled hyper-random, Land hyper-random, Water hyper-random, and Nomad hyper-random. And we had to, the first map. The first map is always just hyper-random. Then you each get a home map, and loser of the first game gets to pick the second map, and then you play the third map as your third game. It's a play all three set, and my home map was just plain land hyper random, and so Lubas picked Nomad, which is interesting. So that was kind of my thinking behind the Spanish. Spanish pretty good on the old Nomad. So, well, that's what I thought anyway at the time. I was probably confused, but never mind. And then Salubus banned Franks and Goths, two classic civs, one known for spamming the cavalry and the other for spamming infantry. I have been using the Goths quite a lot recently, so with quite a lot of success, particularly on the one-on-one rank ladder. So whether Salubus had looked me up and decided to ban that, don't know. And then Incas I banned purely because of Camiox, and the Forest Nothing came a few weeks back on the Low Elo Legion Discord server. Cam, I still can't get over the Camiox and how you destroyed us. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, Civ draft. So Lewis random into Khmer, Vietnamese, Sicilians, Britons, Bohemians, and Mongols. Pretty solid draft, being honest. Vietnamese is actually one of my better civs. I've won quite a lot of games with them. Didn't realise that, but yeah. And then yeah, good little mix of different types of civs. I just couldn't bring myself to play against the Khmer, so I sniped those. And then I randomly into Lithuanians, Tatars, Portuguese, Poles, Burgundians, Mayans. This is the only thing that makes me think that Sir Lubas not looked me up is he sniped the poles, which is obviously one of his most played civs. So it's obviously something he finds success with and wanted to not have to play against that. Burgundians is one of my most played civs, and I have had a lot of success with that. So maybe we could have seen that sniped if he'd researched me more, but he went with poles. So my thinking here, knowing that we've got just hyper random, land, and nomad, I stupidly thought, yeah, we'll go Lithuanians on nomad. They'll be good on nomad, because why not? But forgetting that it's not a normal nomad, it's hyper random nomad. And then in the first match, don't know why, but I looked at his civ, having sniped the Khmer. He's got Vietnamese, Britons, and Mongols, all three quite strong archer civs. So I felt like there was a good chance that he would go archer civ first one. So my thinking was if I go Mayans, that we might be able to just out archer him. But yeah, let's jump into that matchup now. So here we are, game one. See here, HyperRandom. All these maps are available on the mod. If you just search HyperRandom League, they're all there. Great little bit of fun to have, and I would encourage you to go away and download them and have a go. So you can see here, first matchup, I'm as the Mayans, and quite rightly, Sir Lubas Vietnamese, great civ. Let's play the action. So we can see here, so each fruit bush has only got 49 food. The goats, 151. These goats, 105. So you can see, look at the gold piles, 1283. 700. Each one of those stones is a castle. That's 5 castles there. That's not quite. They're not quite. 1300 a tile. See, so this is where HyperRandom comes into his own. Normally, a lot of the big clumps of trees are not as much, but these are 200 wood. So wood for days, and some of the stragglers can be that 354 wood on that straggler. It's going to take forever to chop. 245. So yeah, but as you can see, standard start. Even though as the Mayans I started with 1 extra bill, you can already see Sir Lubas showing his rate here, and he's leveled it up, if not already ahead. That's all down to my little bit of idle TC time right at the start. Yeah, elephant, let's have a look at the elephant. 528, so that's pretty decent. It's worth taking, sure. One thing that Zebra 220, that'd be nice. One thing that Sir Lubas was definitely better at was scouting early doors. You can see there, that's all I've got. And then much better. Back. See my older TCs just going up and up and up. Yeah, as I bring in the elephant, all that food. And I've already started on these stragglers, so I'd already seen that they had lots of wood on it and decided, you know what, I'm just going to put a bill on the straggler, start collecting that wood. It's nice and close to the TC. Don't need to bother spending wood on a lumber camp at the moment. Obviously, Ben needs to bear in mind that would be one of the buildings to go up. But, and again, Sir Lubas still scouting with the goat. So he's widening that scouting area. You see here, we're all starting to wall up a little bit. Opening this hole here. So Lubas is starting to fill these holes here, just in case we I don't want to do it. At this point I have decided I need the buildings, and so the lumber camp is coming down. Don't know why I didn't decide just to do the mill, because the fruit bushes are useless. That's why I did the mill to begin with. Yeah, these goats, 105 foods, they're alright. See here, I've got quite a forward main gold, but then so is Sir Lubas. He has got this nice back gold, but see, 295 gold a tile. It's not an awful lot of gold there. See here, Sir Lubas is already coming forward. Probably didn't know it at the time, but this is actually quite a nice little bit of wood lines here. So these two separate wood lines that are generated off the main one. Plug that, just one bit of stone wall, and then I could go across there. I'd be fully secure on that side. Something to consider. I then decided to build the mill anyway, just use it as part of the wall. So this little bit now is all connected off. Just got to plug that gap, and then either to the back there or into the TC here. By this time I already know that this area is safe, and again I can just build a wall across here. Go alright. At this point, Sir Lubas has got the bill lead, and he's one bit, almost identically one bill up, but I'm going idle TC again. So at the moment, yeah, 3-4 times the amount of idle TC time as him. So I'm lucky that I'm only one bill behind. I'm not 2. And I think that will make a fair big bit of difference. Particularly when you're going up, even 2 bills difference when you're going up. So Lubas decided not to try and idle TC and get up. He's cancelled one of the bills there and then clicked up. So he's going up 23 pot. So he kept coming in, so I kept trying to strike the scout just to annoy him. But yeah, and I've gone up 21 pop, but with over a minute and a half's extra idle TC, so that's somewhere I really need to improve on in my Dark Ages, having that clean 0 idle TC time, or even just cutting it down to 33, you know, that could be different to the 100 elo that I'm missing. Here comes Sir Lubas' barracks as he's halfway up. I've still not got, even looking at getting the barracks down. There it is, plugging that hole nicely. So I had started to plan this, however, my berry pickers are taking the bush. There you go, I've noticed that, and I decided to wall up there. However, if I'd have had the foresight, I would have probably walled to here and then walled here, but I don't think I had the scouting. Let's check. Yeah, no. So that's a bit annoying. And so Lubas arrives in feudal, goes straight for the archery range, of course. He's got his loom, he's got 3 on gold at this point. Just put 2 onto gold. Yeah, he's gone straight in for both eco upgrades, gone for the wood chopping. Something I've been trying to play around with, not getting horse collar straight away in feudal, trying to leave it till a bit later as I'm going up to castle. Generally speaking nowadays, don't have too many farms. Obviously it's HyperRandom, so don't get as many boars, don't get everything you want, so I had to get some little farms down, but yeah. I've also sent a few bills up here to take the zebra, which 220 food, so that's quite nice. So I've gone for an archery range here as well, but it's quite late, as you can see. We've got Sir Lubas already queuing up the archers. He's going for the blacksmith market now. He's potentially thinking about going up. So one thing I would say is his eco is quite nicely balanced. He's got 9 on wood, that's enough for the farms, and to produce some archers as he gets fletching in. He's got 8 on food, which again is more than enough to keep TC running, but also puts a bit of food towards some of those upgrades, so like your fletching, maybe he gets the armour as well, and it will slowly tick up, get you up to castle. 6 on gold again, key, getting those archers in. See here I was trying to pull as quick as possible, the builders wouldn't get there in time, as I get my second building up. Well, actually my third ended up with the archery range and the blacksmith. One thing I have managed to do is get the TC time, or the build count at level, although he's just produced more and he's got more in queue. Again, going idle again, so I'm going to fall behind. You can see I've gone slightly more to food, as I was trying to go for a quicker castle age. Point I obviously queued a build because I realised I was way behind. Again, here comes the 5 archers, so quite a typical sort of little build. You get a few archers going, send them forward. He already knows where I am. And this is where the front gold's really going to hurt. In hindsight, this is probably a great location for a tower. Just putting the tower up next to this should keep these guys away. Keep it safe, I can keep on gold. That'll be not a problem. But here they come. Again, these guys have already got fletching. See here, my polite reactions there, pulling them off gold. I've spotted these 2 at the back that, you know, it's 2600 gold there, that's pretty decent. So, do you know what, just going to stick them there. And he's got his archery range, pumping archers out now, sending them forward, which is a really nice little tactic. He's going to find that I'm fully walled here, but he's going to find our berry picker. However, those berries aren't worth worrying about, so I just pull him off. Seed burn off farm. I'm building skirms as well. Okay, getting the upgrades as well. Got the armour, now getting fletching in. He has also got the armour in. But one thing to note on here, behind this, he's producing bills. So he's now, what, 8 bills ahead. That's huge at this level of the part of the game. He's just pumping those archers out. However, I have hit castle age, so can I do anything with that? Well, the answer is not at the moment. Still trying to get some enough skirms up to take on this many archers. See here, he's got a few vills coming forward. What's he going to try here? What I love behind this as well, fully walled behind it. Oh, there's a hole. There's a hole, Sir Lubas. Just wish I'd known about that. However, this army at the moment is stopping me getting anywhere. So Lubas is now halfway to castle as well. So I need to try and deal with this army. So Lubas quite rightly runs away from my 4 magnificent skirms, who aren't even elite. Interestingly, he's taken... Oh, I see. I'd have just followed a bit further. Ah, that's so disappointing. So he's getting the stable down, get some scouts out, take those skirms down. I produced spearmen purely because his scout kept running around my base and annoying me. I've noticed it now. A little bit of micro here from himself. So getting Bodkin coming in. Now getting the second armour. Again, don't know why I'm running away and I'm letting him get that siege workshop up. I need to be taking these archers on whilst I've got the advantage. He's got Thumb Ring coming in. This was my opportunity, and that's part of my game that I'm really struggling with, is when I've got army, making the most of it. So he hasn't even gone light cat or scout, he's gone full on knight to try and take his skirms out. It's not bad, but it's quite an investment. Getting frustrated chasing his scout around squad, try and chase him down. Get the second CC up, but so Lubas, we've both gone for on wood, recognising that's an important bit. Elite skirms in. Gone horse collar late, along with a second. Wood upgrade. This is interesting. He's gone for a third TC forward. So he's got nice wood. Well, that's decent amount of gold, 1,000 gold. The ostrich, they're alright. Oh, and there's some hefty elephants down here that you can eat as well. See here, he's got a mangonel out, 2 knights, 7 archers. At some point I did start to feel that this wood line was a bit vulnerable to those archers. I need to get rid of them. As you can see here, my eco balance I feel is quite bad. I've got 18 on wood. Don't really need that many on wood. 10 on food. 9 on gold. I could probably have moved at least 5 of those on wood over to food. This should have been a bit of a warning sign. I walked straight into it. Getting a bit of micro for myself, trying to take the mangonel out. There's a bit of split there. Too slow on the micro there. It's a good mangonel shot. I think I gave up trying to hide on here. Yeah, I decided I'd try and get some eagles out and try and take care of these. These are only eagle scouts, and really I needed eagle warriors. But yeah, as you see, crossbow now coming in. Crossbow will be huge. Did love this. Got the walling in behind. Didn't try and attack that. Could have sent the archers forward. Didn't. I decided this time I needed crossbow as well. A bit later, and I don't have the massive archers. All the forward siege, all the forward town centre. You can see the Vil count. It's really killing me here. There you go. Decided to get Eagle Warrior. All my 3 Eagle Scouts. In the barracks, these under attack by 2 mangonels. What I really love here though is Lubas has put these on stand ground, so they're not attacking, they're just waiting. He will shoot my troops if they come in like that. Wow. And the Eagles easily take out one of the mangonels, but the knights, the archers, and the mangonel fire took that out. Interesting to know what this Phil's doing on 1 HP. Is he there to repair, I think? You can see here, he wants to try and overload me with archery ranges. I've decided Eagle's the way forward. I need to get more barracks up. However, I've got 8 on gold, 5 over here, 3 over here on these tiles, which, yeah, I don't have a lot on. But he gets in here, see what the knights can do. So I don't know if this was all his scouting previously, but he headed over here. I thought I was being clever, doing some quick walling. I was struggling with the placement here, but got it down just about. One spearman tried to do some damage. These were the least quick walls you've ever seen in your life, but hey, and I was feeling under immense pressure here, just trying to get some more stone in, but it was only a matter of time till that wheel dies. trying to amass some pikemen, some eagles. So I've got 20 eagles in queue now. I think what I made a mistake here is I should have just let him keep firing at these things and taking these buildings down slowly. But I started sending little bits of my army in piecemeal, which wasn't good enough. He hasn't even got Bodkin. Bodkin's just here now. You see here, my eagles, I don't think I sent them in, they were, yeah, pulled them back. It's the vision on them. Just want to attack. I should have let that all 20, at least half of them come in, and then that might have been more force to deal with. And then I tried to take out the knights with the spearmen, but the crossbowmen behind just take them out. You can see here, got good eco balance again, very even across the board. He's now got enough for a castle. My units just keep coming out and trying to attack. Really need to set them inside the waypoints inside the buildings. However, 3 mangonels now trying to take down all these buildings. I'm starting to feel the pressure a lot here. Got 6 eagles, 11 in queue. And I've even decided I'll go for a mangonel myself on my panic siege workshop here. I also decided I needed to try and do a bit of a side attack, so I've created 3 barracks over the side here, and I'm streaming eagles down. Decided I saw all this stone, all this, look at all that. Look at it all. What's that? 8,500 stone. That's lovely. I felt his army was so far forward that it must be a way of clearing out some of his eco. I'm under real pressure at home here. I was really quite happy as well. In the past I'd probably just garrisoned all these villas straight away, and there's an argument maybe I should try and take down these knights that are in range. However, just wanted the res coming in, food coming in. Didn't use this mangonel ages. Counter raid going. Brilliant. They've built their way in, but they're still just attacking houses, giving him plenty of time to get some stables up. This is because of the pressure I'm having at home. At this point I've seen the castle going up, and now if I can't take this out on the counter attack, that I'm dead. I've got, what's that, 6, I've got 9 eagle warriors here. That should be able to do some damage. But I need to try and get this up. These forward castles are annoying. He's even brought a monk forward. Didn't even notice that at the time. I don't know if that's for healing or whether he wants to try and get a relic or something. Relic's back home. It's made me sink a bit of wood in here, but again I've got that to go around. Again, the Eagle Warrior just coming out. Here you go, I've finally decided to get my Eagle Warriors together and go in. See how many damage they can do. That's 1 bill. Really what I should have done is try to bring him over here. Take these guys out. Although he's now aborting that. Know where he's going. Oh, he's going to produce a TC down there. Keep him safe, that's really nice, I like that. He's got a couple of knights out, garrisoned his TCs, and he's dealt with my counter attack. And yeah, that's the point. I knew it was all over. Well played, Sir Lubas. GG's. Hey, Loilo, we're here. Unfortunately, that's 1-0 to Sir Lubas in the HyperRandom League. Game 1. So let's see if I can bring up game 2. Game 2. Here we go. So this was a really weird one. So this was HyperRandom land, and as you can see, so Lubas has gone for the Bohemians, and I went for the Burgundians. You see there, so Lubas
Yes.
not necessarily enjoying the 2TC start, and I'm agreeing with him. Also, interestingly, our scout is a trade card. Don't think we're going to do much trading with each other in this. Took me a little while to get going on the 2TC bit, but quite enjoy the 2TCs. You don't have to worry too much about getting TCs up in Castle Age. You can just use the 2 and produce all the way through. One of the tricks is remembering to try and keep them both going, or keep one going through aging up to feudal. But yeah, so you see here, Gates 158 food on starting ones. At this point, Salubas has realised it's SimCity time. So again, we've got another map full of trees in the middle, which is crazy. He's quite right. We can look at building up. What we got on the berries this time? We got 418 per berry bush, so that's quite nice. That's worth milling definitely this time. Stone's not too bad, and gold, nice again, over 1,000 gold per tile. Ores 500, very nice. And talking about civs, so yeah, the Bohemians. Actually, both these civs are part of the Lords of the West DLC, and both well known for being quite good on closed maps, arena, etc. So you can boom up. The Bohemians, obviously, with their mining upgrades for free, really nice. Gundians, get the eco upgrades an age earlier. Can even get their stable upgrades. Oh well, they get Cavalier an age early, getting Castle Age, and they cost quite. I think it's 50% off. So really nice. Yeah, HyperRandom is HyperRandom. So this was my home game, home map. So I chose HyperRandom Land. So it was very landy, with a lot of trees. Yeah, seems to be quite a bit of res on it as well. Yeah, some more gold tiles there with 1,200. These are my main gold. Yeah, just over 1,000. Stone down here. Yeah, that was the main stone. Loads and loads of stone. Yeah, so Lubas likes the penguins. So I think he found the penguins. Not even sure where he found them. But yeah, RDO doesn't like penguins. They must die. Yeah. 2 TCs, full dense forest, trade carts. It is very interesting. I felt quietly confident with this. So as a bit of a Burgundian homeboy, that's where I had a big spike in my elos when the Burgundians came out and I was able to use them. I loved using them, and it's certainly a civ that I really wanted to try and win a match with in HyperRandom. So I decided to go out and mill the deer. It's almost 500 food on those deer. Trying to start to wall up a little bit as well. Again, my scouting's not the greatest. Falling behind in vills again. I mean, idle TC is obviously going to be bad on a 2 TC start, but really bad. So Lubas does a much better job of keeping both his TCs going because he's got the vills queued up, although he's only got, there you go. It doesn't look like he uses an all TC button, which is fine as long as you keep queuing them. I use an all TC button, but don't keep queuing them. Never mind. We'll get there. But 5 fills down before we even picked up to feudal. 6 fills now. It's not a great start for me. Yeah, any tips for your low elo legionnaire here? I'm more than happy to take it on how to keep my TCs running. But you see here, he's milled those those berry bushes. 400 food on. It's food for days, although it's a really slow way of getting food in. Again, starting to build those walls. So I thought I was being super clever here. I thought I'd found a choke point. And I was just going to wall it off. Unfortunately, Loom not in. He was a dead man. And what I didn't realise, I assumed that was the edge of the map there. I never scouted that. So yeah, 1-0 to Gaia. Ah, you don't know the answer? Come on, Lobio. You're like 1,000 elo, aren't you? 1k? You must be able to keep them running better than me. Look at this, 10 minutes. I've only just clicked up to feudal. So what I did manage to do was to remember to try, I think, had 1 vil queued when I went up to feudal. I think I went back and started to queue more, but yeah, he's got pretty much a 10 vil lead at this point. Yeah, 2 is madness, but I do quite enjoy it. Clearly I didn't remember to go up. I'm only a minute left. Still not producing any vils. So Lubas is really booming. He's up to almost 40 vils here and is nowhere near clicking up. So that's really quite interesting. I don't remember him being that far behind. Yeah. He's getting those house walls up. Oh, I just missed it, but my poor old trade cart shot by the TCs. At least I found him. So at this point, I am trying to get up. I want to try and get to Castle Age. I want to get those Cavalier out and try and hit him as early as I can. But we'll see. Again, it's trying to keep those wheel reductions going, stopping that idle TC time. Got the food for it, just not the memory. So Lubas has got 11 vil lead. So once he does click up, the res is just going to be flying in for him. Look at that. So I do love the way Sir Lubas keeps quite a balanced eco, although I do question why he's got 8 on gold and he's still in Dark Age. That does seem a little odd. But yeah. This side I have walled. I have scouted it properly. Just check it. Yeah. I did know that was fully walled, which was good. Did stop his trade car scout. So yeah, just remember to queue some bills up. And so Lubas has clicked up after 15 minutes and 48 bills, but crucially he's still producing bills from his second TC. So Lubas did not forget. Look at his res. He's going to hit feudal, be able to build both buildings, and click straight up. He's got a 10 vil lead on me. There you go, more idle TC time from RDO. Just want you to appreciate how thick this woodline is. That is. I don't know how many tiles that is, but it's a lot. Just keep that in mind for later. You see this Lubas again using his buildings to wall off. At this point, I put stone walls down. And I was laughing. I've got still can't see it even with my outpost. I need town patrol. Come on. Come on, Adio, you can do it. Still having more idle TC time. Oh no, actually, turning it. Oh, getting town watch. Getting town watch. Here we go. Now I should know. So it'll be interesting to see if I react. So I now know I'm got the res to go up to castle. Just need that second building. There we go. Finished. Clicked up. So Lubas is ready to rock and roll. You can click up at any moment. But he's got 6 vills all in one TC. And there you go. He's clicked up to castle. So we're going to end up getting to castle at roughly the same time. So Lubas is 12 vills ahead currently. We'll maintain that, and he's going to have a shit ton of resources. This is crazy. So at least what I liked in this game was Lubas left me alone and did not put any early pressure on me. Do not cope well with early pressure. Again, if we have a look at the mini-map, what I've scouted, obviously I lost my scout, and then swap to Lubas's point of view. Okay, so it's not a whole lot more, but it's a bit more. You can see here, I want to try and build the stables up. I really want that Cavalier. I felt Cavalier was the way to win this. But again, having that balanced eco is what's gonna, make the difference. I feel here. He's kept 11 It's not me. And there you go. As soon as castle's in, he's got vills getting produced from that second TC. I have got some vills produced as well. You can see here Cavalier's coming in. Should have been getting the armour upgrades early. Thought I'd put a castle here to back up my lovely defences, forgetting that there's a massive hole here. That he could literally just run round like he has done with his trade cart scout. But yeah, never mind. So Lubas loves a forward siege. See, neither of us going for that third TC, but almost got my castle up. I think from memory, prioritise getting vineyards, try and get more gold coming in from my farms, even though the amount of farms I've got, 25 farms, that's literally like, it's like having another vill on gold. Take ever to pay off. You see here chemistry from the Bohemians. So that's obviously one of their bonuses, being able to research that early. You can see here he decided to go for a castle in a similar position. Unfortunately, it was literally just outside my range. Although those lines across the actual building was just outside the range of my castle. And you can see here, don't have fletching. So Lubas has fletching. I'm in trouble here. So I started to send the Cavalier forward to try and see if I could deny it, but realised that wasn't going to happen. Town patrol's coming in, got crop rotation, farms are fully upgraded, and there goes my castle. So at this point, was thinking, ah crap, and he's getting bodkin as well. So fletching started to come in, as I realised, but I'll still be behind. Bill count, oh again, 16 up on me. So he's really getting this down. Here come stables. I decided I might try and attack some of these bills, but they started running off. Hoping that he'd right click my castle and that my cavalier would be able to get through unharmed, which they did. Goodbye monk. At least I get some bill kills here. Lacking the second attack upgrade, but again he's sending units forward one by one, which is lovely for me. However, so Lubas has used his advantage and he's clicked up to him. I unfortunately nowhere near him. I have decided to try and use some petards, see if I can walk them around. In hindsight, I should have maybe had a gate here, but realising he hasn't got murder holes, I'm trying to use my cavalier to help as well. Lucky there wasn't a conversion there, but gunpowder sorted him out. This was interesting as well. Tried to house wall his trade cart in. I mean, it still gives him vision, but I thought it was quite funny. I've managed to click imp as well. So, trying to get as many stables down, although I've only got 5 at the moment. Again, I thought I'd send a few cav around to see if I could have a little bit of a counter raid. I do like to have a sort of counter attack. So with the castles, he's clearly winning the battle. That was that early fletching. Bodkin really helped him. See here comes the counter attack. My cavalier have been attacked by the bloody wolves. Not entirely sure why I didn't sort that out, but that's what you get for right clicking on buildings. And I accidentally ejected here. Tried to take out these monks. And I got one, but lost one. And here, my petards are trying to make it, but the castle's firing on them. And I'm not even sure if one hit. I don't even think one hit. But I am repairing my castle, so I'm now winning the castle. However, he's got a trap, so I'm willing to sink a load of stone into that. Luckily, I've got a lot of stone, and the cavalier are in. Starting to kill bills. This is where I can't do more than one thing at a time. I'll just let them get killed by that TC fire. Never mind. Ran out of wood. Buy a load of wood. I think I was trying to get more stables down. Is it? No. Don't know, maybe it was my farms. I was selling the wood for the gold, I beg your pardon. So, wanted paladin, as well as I've got trebs in queue. I was a bit slow at getting my treb firing. Again, he's now treb fires helping. Yeah, it was very much arena-like, so Lubas. You see here, he's gone 4 TC. And he's really winning the Vil lead here. We both stopped producing and he's got a 24 Vil lead, so he will be pulling in those resources. You see my eco is really unbalanced compared to Lubas. Lubas could probably go for take some off wood there, depending on what units he's going for, but he's going for gunpowder at the moment. And well, here comes the archery ranges. So I did lose that battle, but I had plenty of stone and decided just to try another castle slightly further away, with the hope these trebs will take the castle down. This is now a treb war. At the moment, I think I'm winning it. Cavalier will come in. I did send them to the trebs, but decided I needed to clean up. Hand cannoneers. I think I was lucky here. I got again quite a good few build kills. You can see here the UKKD 19 to, well, I killed 20 of his. He's killed one of mine, but obviously Gaia won one. Paladin's in. Finally Bodkin's coming in. I need to try and clear this up. It's interesting he didn't go more monks here. He is now trying to produce bombard cannons. And there they are. So yeah, he's hiding behind the monastery there. Really, cannon's not the best for dealing with Paladin, but I don't know why I took him away there. He should have finished the job. Never mind. They can't make up these pallies can't make up mind who they want to kill. They managed to kill everyone in the end, but trying to take out these buildings. He's producing Cavalier of his own. Building quite defensive castles. See here, we're both chopping towards each other. Wonder how long it'll be till we get there. I decided I'd move trebs forward. I was trying to repair them. Wanted a slight hill. I've pulled all the paladin away. And here comes bloody bombard cannon. I managed to save one treb. Kill the monk! Kill the monk! Yeah, there we go. You see here, so Lubas is expanding, going for a 5th TC. So despite the eco KD, the Vil count 98 to 83, so I've narrowed it somewhat, but it's still 15. And he's producing them much quicker than I am. There's a hole here. Come on. There's 29 paladin here. So I decided to send in a scout party. A weakened scout party. And there's halberdier and handgunners. This doesn't look like it's going to go well. Yeah, that's not good. I threw up another defensive castle as well, just in case he tried any funny raids down here. Deleted it. Don't know what I sent out there. Never mind. At this moment, I should decide, actually, do you know what? What beats halberdier and it's cheap? That's right, skirms. Let's get the skirms. Yeah, loads of TCs, mate. He's gone for his 5th TC. But the vills are making a difference. Look at the res count. This doesn't look like a good engagement at all. Well, not for me anyway. And the halber shredding the paladin with the gunfire behind. That was a lot of pallies gone. I knew at this time I needed skirms, try and take out those halberdiers. And so Cole, you know I love one Vil Castle. This isn't quite as forward as I'm used to, but hey. Interestingly, this TC, I think he might have shift queued and misclicked, and they went and built this wall and have not been sent back to produce that. So Lubas is wanting, again, a forward archery range. It's interesting, he always likes to go, he seems to like to go for those forward production buildings. Here are the penguins that Sir Lubas thought was cute, and I thought should die. That's 16 attack. It's one dangerous penguin. That's why they should die. No one should let them live. So I'm trying to get the armor. You see, I've got 20 elite skirms now queued up. Still trying to produce fills. He's still producing. He's going to have over 120, just over 100. I feel my eco balance is much better here. Gone off stone for a bit, but plenty of gold, plenty of food, plenty of wood. Probably could have dealt with another couple of archery ranges just to get those numbers up quicker. Get straight in for leather archer armor. Also decided to go up for hussar as well. Just thought, got plenty of food coming in. Do you know what? I might need some more trash units. Just slowly get through that food and just have a bit of a meat shield, really. Unbelievably, she's got that castle up all on herself. But that one little villager built that all on their own in about 3 minutes. Friggin' unbelievable. Yeah, you see here, I've decided I need more archery ranges. Decided I'd get a monastery as well. Can't even remember why, probably a relic. Ooh, here we go. I must have snuck a veal forward yet. There's a few veals. They're going for those berries. Oh, I thought I'd try and raid with some hussar. Fortunately, Sir Lubas has walled up already, and he's managed to get that TC up. And 6th TC. Bloody hell. Remember that, 6 TCs he's got. At which point I've got over an hour idle TC time. He's still producing bills. He's pop capped though. 127 bills, 73 army to my 41, 103. I'm nowhere near pop capped. This is where I feel like I need to get my. Oh, here you go. Here we go. Talked about it. Getting plenty of army in queue now. What's quite scary? 9 bombard cannons. That's quite scary. That's cool. That's cool, so cool. You keep editing. We want to see those videos. One day maybe you can teach me to edit. Let's go in. Barracks and archery ranges. You want some more halberdier and hand cannoneers. See the hand cannoneers. They generally do okay against skirms. Skirms are a bit of a counter. was interesting, he decided not to put the castle there, put it up here. And he's decided to try and repair the house to buy himself a bit of time. Nice. Still a lot of army not doing anything here. Do feel he got my army down to 1, which I think was just my starting scout, which is here. If he'd have pushed forward when he had 40 army, he could have made inroads into me. How are we doing on that wood line? Oh yeah, so Lubas is really making an inroad there. Not doing too bad myself. Big chunks being hitting out of that. Again, these forward vills, what's he doing? My hussars decided that they'd try and go in through the corner, but he was too quick. Stone walls. Won't bother with those, we'll go for the market. It's going to win the market or the castle. It's like the castle. While that's happening, he tries to get a castle up on the front, and he's now trying to bombard my castle down. Really interesting pathing, going right around the castle for the paladins. Trebs trying to stop that, deny that castle. The halves are gone. It's always nice. Paladins should clean everything else up. Yep, castle's down. Bombard cannon's gone. Everyone retreat. Successfully defended. Successfully? Can't even talk. Successfully. Sad face, yeah. Never mind, Sir Lubas. You'll get there. I'm sure you'll get there. And of course no one dazzles the razzle. Of course they don't. Particularly when he's got 22 hussar and a treb coming. He's got more trebs trickling down. That's where I got the relic there. Oh, we both got 2 relics actually. Could probably have done with repairing this castle. But decided it was time to move forward, try and take out some of these production buildings. Don't just run into the house, that's it. Pull back, let the skirms take them. That's it, run around the tree line, take out the... Actually the paladin seems to get shredded a bit there. There's a bit of hill bonuses going on here, which I probably should have noticed quickly. Scam's doing pretty decent work here. Probably should have got more scams. Cute. Did have some, but slowly taking down this castle. Here come the reinforcement trebs. Paladins keep getting shredded by the halberdier. There's not enough skirms there. More halves. Really needed a lot more skirms. It's starting to come in now, but again, forward production building is really making a difference, I feel, in these battles. My reinforcements just aren't getting here quick enough. And I ran those trebs straight into those halves. Say goodbye to them. He tries to drop the castle on the hill. Come on, Trebs. Stop attacking there. Get the castle. Ah, that's really poor. I had an opportunity there to try and get out. I think I was looking away down here, trying to get away in. So Lubas clears up on the north side, gets his castle out. That was a real shame. However, breached on the south side. Here come the Hussar to attack our house. Awesome. Get the bills. Yeah, too late. They all garrison. Never mind. We need to try and roll the Trebs forward there and take those TCs out quicker. Again, really love these forward production buildings. I think it does make a huge difference. He's noticed that it seems to be going into a lot of paladin, so he's just going halb at the moment. Plenty of resources, so he's nothing to worry about. Both got plenty of resources. You can see I'm trying to build up 11 Trebs. Well, I've got 3 down here, south. Building 8 up here. Unfortunately, Murder Holes wasn't in at the time, so I decided to get it. It was a little bit of a mistake, but let's see if the castle stays. So Lubas builds back up his bombard cannons. I managed to take down 2 TCs. Oh, stop touching buildings, let's get the bills, come on. Come down to the bills. That's it. They're dead bills. I'm annihilating him on the Eco KD. TC stays up just about. $50 to 10, 5 to 1 on the Eco KD. He sends an army of 30 halberdiers to clear out those hussars. Here come all my Trebs. Decided to try and clean this up. As you see, who can you say? Again, the Trebs deciding to path right around that castle. A single tile slot. Really helpful. I think this was a bit of a mistake, almost skirmish ran forward into the castle fire. But 8 Trebs, hopefully come back. Castle shouldn't take long. And it's half down. Bit of a meat shield in front. Castle's down. Get the production buildings. But the meat shield's gone. And they regather. Real meat grinder, this one. Who can you say here though? I feel they can take those Trebs out. He's also gone for light cav, which the skirmishers are useless against. He also managed the halbs cleared up in the south raid. I'm just securing my bits down here. Gonna build a castle, bring civils forward. Secure the gold. Gold count at this point was getting really quite low. So I wanted to take this gold over here. It's a decent amount of gold. Don't think I even scouted that there was gold back here either. See, he's got 3 relics to my 2. He's still got some gold. Where is his gold? Ah, it's here. His gold is running out there. One tile here. Ah, he's got some at the back here, which he will know about because he sent a bill back here a long time ago. Look at that 8 Hoofnisse with 10 in the queue. It's crazy. Assign to Halberdier. Well, that's not going to go well, is it? Castle's almost down. Wood line upgrade? Yeah, we've got a more manageable amount of wood now. Getting closer. Actually, that wood line looks a bit like the British Isles, doesn't it? Scotland, Wales, England. Anyway, Hoofnisse make light work of my castle, throw another one up in defence. Skirm's doing what they can. Getting shredded by Howl. It's weird. My waypoint's still sending units in. Castle's now getting pushed back. I decided to go for a more forward castle here, try and protect this gold because gold was such an issue at this point. Trying to build up my own bombard cannons, but no Hoofnisse. 45 skirms. I was getting really low on army here. 90 to 13. Bill count's pretty even, 104 to 99. But yeah. I don't think, I was gonna say, I don't remember actually bringing them out, but yeah, bombard cannons are never going to win. They're just too powerful, too quick, too tanky. He's got 12 with 5 in the queue. Turning into a bit of a trash war other than the Hoofnisse siege. Trying to build up my siege again. Got a few paladin down here. Decided I needed something stronger to get to reach in here. But yeah. More skirms needed, more skirms needed. And again, not queuing things up, that's where I was going wrong. Decided that mangonels might be the way forward. I want to just try and get rid of these Hoofnisse. But I realised Hoofnisse are probably a counter to Onager. Not a great decision, but I was desperate. And this is where I start to get into trouble. He's back pop capped, and he's got a big army, 3 times the size of mine, going for the counter raid again. Here, interestingly, I decided I'd try and treb some of these halberdiers. Got a kill. And he just rolled forward with his meat shield. And his 14 Hoofnisse with 2 repair vills. Which is a really nice touch. And when I realised the onagers weren't the best idea for the Hoofnisse, yeah, I'll make another decision. Thought I'd be sneaky, come through that gap, but he had some help hanging around there. But I did get rid of some of the Hoofnisse, but the paladin just get absolutely shredded by all those hounds. And he just keeps ploughing on in. Really interesting, these must be on stand guard or stand ground, or they don't recognise the siege attacks as an issue. So I was in a bit of trouble here. Managed to get some skirms in queue again, but only from 5 archery ranges. They're being taken out. Again, kind of relying on this bit. Not really doing an awful lot. So if onagers aren't good against say, what can I use them for? Well, in hindsight, probably could have used them to take out a friggin' halberdier. But let's see. Oh, good old monk trying to heal his comrade there. Keeping the army numbers up was a mistake here. I'm really struggling to keep production buildings up. Keep them going. Woohoo! Here we go. Try and get a castle up. Cut through this tree line. This was the exciting bit for me. Well, you'd never expect this. Got the path in. And they're through. Yeah, I've got 7 onagers. Start taking out the vills. Get some paladin in there. And I've got in the south as well. EcoKD 68 to 14. So whilst he's taking out my production buildings, I'm trying to stream units in down here. Really needed this castle up. There you go. You gotta think at this point, you know, you're in a good position, but got the Vil lead for once due to my insane eco KD. But my production buildings are falling. He's got halberdier running through my base, light cab going through. I've got Trebs taking out his PCs. He's got halves come back to try and clean up the paladin, which they're doing. Cleaned up the onagers. At this point, I'm trying to keep myself secure as best I can, but he rushes up a castle. So he had 6 TCs at one point, he's now left with 1. He's got 196. I'm trying to take down his castle there, but he's using Vils to take the Trebs down. And he's starting to even up the eco KD now, but still 3 to 1. At this point I've decided I'd try and go into longswordman or champion, but yeah, I was out. I had no gold. And so Lubas was amazed that he managed to win that one. When you look at it, twice the fields left, but it was the army that did it. He had 100 to my 11. He had 20 like having Q. I didn't have the production buildings left. And yeah, I just felt that was it. I didn't feel I had anything left. Potentially could have played on a little bit longer, but I think he would have cleaned up enough. GG Sir Lubas. So he goes 2 games. Yeah, they are onages. So cool. Yeah. Siege onages. It's a good question. I think they have a little bit of like metallic look about them, kind of like the siege rams. I don't often get to SO myself, so it's not something I normally go for. But yeah, that was a bit of a slog. That game felt really hard. Felt really downhearted. I thought I'd done enough to win it. Potentially I did. I just didn't push hard enough. So lesson learned. Need to push hard. It is a play all 3 set, and the last one was Lubas's pick, which was HyperRandom Nomad, and I'm not really a Nomad fan, so I was not looking forward to this. As I said before, I wanted Lithuanians for Nomad. Don't know why. Think I was thinking of the wrong sim in my head, but hey, they get the extra food, so let's go for it. As you can see here, so Lubas has gone for the Mongols, but nobody likes the Mongols. So, luckily for me, the Mongol hunt bonus, these rhinoceroses, 200 food, so it's not an awful lot. I struggled an awful lot for food at the start of this one. I didn't have anything. You can see, rather than building with 3 bills, I sent one off to try and scout, try and find something. The ostrich was nice, but berries are alright. Goat, pretty decent. Yeah. Again, we had another map with a large wood cluster in the middle. Only like the 3rd one, but never mind. And that's it. So Lubas has got a lovely TC. He's got wood. He's got the berry bushes. Yeah, he's got a goat. He's got 2 rhinos there. He's got gold. He's absolutely sorted. I've got wood. So I've now found the berry bushes and the ostrich. And decided that's it. I'm gonna mill. I need food. You see here. I have managed to get the veal lead, which is, I think, mainly down to the food bonus the Lithuanians get. But yeah, getting the ostrich. I think I decided I'd take the ostrich because it was obviously a quicker way of getting the food in. Managed to find a couple of goats. Another 300 food. Again, because I used 2 veals to produce my TC, I hadn't put the houses down, so I managed to put them down in a position where they should be. Oh, I thought I walled it. There's a hole. That's not good. You see here, so again, some really good scouting by Sir Lubas. Apparently I was stealing the sheep. I don't know if that was one, but hey. They razzle sheep now, man.
Yes.
Yeah. They're not sheep, they're goats. Nadio loves a goat curry, which I do. I absolutely do. I think, again, what I did manage to do here was keep my TC running. Trying to keep the idle TC down a bit. And obviously helps massively. See here again, he's trying to wall up here. He's taking a long distance rhino, which is even worse. They've got 175 food. At least he's got 200. But Mongol hunt bonus, I guess. So I thought I'd do some scouting, and I think, well, that's it. Just make sure we can get my point of view in a minute. So, semi-decent scouting. Then if we compare it to Lubas, you can see that. So yeah, I am trying to scout here. Brought a rhino in, got some goat going. Slight veal lead. Just going up, checking those berries. Yeah, they look tasty. 200 each, that's lovely. Relic, love that. She likes a bit of bling. And so at this point, I decided I probably need a house. Let's stick a house down somewhere. So bearing in mind in game, I can't see this red line. Just doing a bit of scouting. There you go. Get back scouting again. Oh, need a house. Let's put a house down. I cannot see that. I think at this point, I don't think Lubas knew exactly where I was. No, he didn't. So he probably thinks. Look at that micro. Ah, and she survives. Poor old house. At this point, obviously, I know that his TC's there, which is hilarious. I had thought about it. Could have maybe towered that gold, or maybe try and stick a tower here, range the gold, range that wood line. But there's plenty of wood. I know there's plenty of wood. She's come out here trying to use the Mongol hunt bonus here. But I think that little bit of pressure from that house dropping. Ever seen anyone being house dropped before? No, I didn't think so. Well, you watch it. It's the new meta. So he started to wall up because he's scared. There's a blue house in his face. And I'm starting to wall up. At this point, I realised I had the res to go up, but didn't have the buildings, so getting that lumber count down. So Lubas has hit feudals halfway. Now I'm up, but got 3 mils more. So I was hoping that I'd get up first. That I might be able to do it. Oh, I did block that gap. That was good. Well done. Well done, me. These berries last forever. Got 9 bills going on them. They're still going. So I should probably say at this point, I don't play liths very much because one of my good friends, Heretical Rob, he loves the Lithuanians. He's got their build order down and he loves it. So I always feel like it's cheating when you play your mate Civ. so I never play it. These guys found gold up here. That's nice. Yeah, there you go. Making excuses. He was in feudal. Tried to make him think he had a big head start on me. Rattle is not happy. This was a bad name ad. It certainly was. But yeah, he told me if you play this, gotta go. Lots of horses. Get the relics. So what I'm trying to do here is was trying to go sort of semi-fast castle, but this is low elo. So the food's not going to be a problem. I've kind of forgotten about the gold. So you can see all these berry pickers suddenly got pickaxes and they're off to get some gold. However, I haven't got all the buildings either. I think I had enough wood at the time when I thought about it. Left to build there. There you go. The archery range, I decided, as he's the Mongols, I thought maybe I should get some skirms in case he goes archers, cow archers. And something I don't come across much at my level are men-at-arms militia. That's exactly what he's doing. And he's built a cheeky tower, taking out my house. Totally uncalled for, dude. Yeah, that's his gold. My house was doing nothing to your gold, so Lubas. It's just rude. There you go. So, if anything else, it stopped the men-at-arms rushing me, which is lovely, and allowed me to click up to castle. Oh, he's a high runner because the rhinos come in, I see. He's got 5 men-at-arms now. And I've got nothing. I have spotted the hole and I've decided I need to plug that. Just given he's got 5 men-at-arms, which is probably a good thing. No upgrades whatsoever. Got 2 skirms. That's lovely. Already, so Lubas got the military lead. He's going to have the veal lead because I'm halfway to castle and he's still producing veals. He's spread out across the map, which will be keeping him safe. And here come the men-at-arms. What can they do? Decided I should probably get some upgrades, bloodlines, try and get that so it's available when my first night comes out, because I wanted to go knights. Decided I'd send a Vil out. She managed to get out. He's trying to just loop round. Nice. Don't know quite what he was referring to there, but so I saw him come in, get some quick walls down. At least that way he's got to go around there. Take my wood line. Nice. That's it. He's going to do very little damage to me. I'm sure I garrison those 3, but hey ho. Got a couple of knights out. He can easily go castle if he really wants. I was just enjoying the view. And I'm going to send 2 knights to deal with his men-at-arms. The armor's just about come in. lazy house builder who's done his bit for the day. Again, struggled with the veal production, so Lubas was doing much better. Again, he's got no upgrades. He's obviously seen my knights going for spearmen. Clicked up to castle, get him a second wood upgrade. And the monastery, so I know there's a relic here. And by this time I know there's a relic here. I thought I'd just throw some houses down, bit of sight around the map. But again, I've got a small army. I know it was better than what he had. Not sure why I've not gone forward here. Like this, let's cut the wood line, housing behind it, keeping himself walled in. Again, TC's getting idle. Come on, RDA. Oh, missed a bit of attempted quick wall in there. I was trying to quick wall her, but no, she's a dead end. But it has let me know that these guys are here. So, yeah, let's go get some free veal kills. There's no way you can have army over there protecting them. They've now got +1. I can even click those ones. So yeah, +1. Thought I'd get Sanctity to try and give him a little bit of extra HP as I send him forward for the forward relic. And he's going archery range. He's got 4 spearmen. And he's got gold for days. He's trying to get a TC up on that gold now. And he's taking all this stone. Here come the knights. Look at that, he's got two rhinos there. More stone berries there. Oh, that TC's denied. And the monk gets away with the relic. I think it was at this point I decided I'd probably try and go 1 TC all in. No, I've decided I'll get a second TC on the stone. Can't even remember right. So I have got a small army going forward now as husbandry comes in. Not sure what, I think he might have clicked those veals forward to finish that TC. I ran my knights round looking for a way in. Just spotted the veal there, so followed. And yeah, found the TC. Don't think he liked that. These veals came to me. I almost ran off. Again, 11 to 1 eco KD. It's going to soon to be 12 to 1. Here comes the dazzle. He's gone for some camels. Generally do quite good, but not in the numbers, not with the +2. Good micro from both of us there. And I've decided it's my turn to put forward production buildings. decided I'd try and bring my army together. He has sneaked some vills off for a second TC up in the corner, which is probably a wise decision. The house is never going to see that. I can't remember now. Oh, I think that's because I saw the camels. I decided I'd go for archery range, just getting thumb ring and crossbow. Thought they'd be useful to take out the camels and the spearmen. I think he might have been coming out to build another TC, but this is where his gold income dries up a little bit, but he's got plenty in the bank. And he has got pretty safe gold here at the moment, but so getting more knights in queue. Stop producing vills, but still got the vill lead purely because of that eco KD. And he's managing to get some safe vills out up there. I came running around looking for a way in, see if there's an overchop. Just trying to go for the camel, but decided if he's running the camel around there, I'll leave it. I just want to check. I found this bit and I just wanted to check. There's anything there, but I didn't see anything. Got a forward siege workshop with the mangonel coming out. I think he's trying to go for another TC here. Can I deny a third TC? Bringing his camels and his now pikemen round to try and protect it. See, I've got a load of crossbowmen that come out as well. I wanted that real safe, so I just thought I'd haul him in. Knights make short work of the camels, start going to town on the vills and the pikemen. Not a good trade, so pulled back. But the TC goes up. The mangonel comes out. Camels really are useless. And at this point, I didn't do enough to get rid of those pikemen. It's a shame. Crossbowmen were trickling out. Kept getting killed by the town centre fire, but I've started to produce more vills again, getting loads on stone, wanted to try and build a castle. So Lubas thanks me for letting him have a TC, but not for long. Although he's got his second one up the north, and now he's going to sink his wood to try and repair this. I think he thought he needed to get a castle up, so he's trying to get onto stone. This TC's going down. Sorry, siege workshop's going down. I thought I'd got a second one just in case. I have to say that was a cheeky knight play. I didn't see that. But managed to take out my own mangonel. Brilliant. No. Didn't save the vill there with a quick wall. So a single vill forward castle doesn't work. So what do? That's it. You bring a village. That'll finish it. He buys the stone. Tries to get that up. I've got crossbowmen there. They can help deny that. Trying to get a mangonel out as well. And some nice rounds. At this point, my castle's going to be up. So we talked about it and I told him that I didn't like Nomad. And I have. In this one game. With the GGs. Well played, Sir Lubas. GGs indeed. So I did really enjoy that game, especially after the previous game where I got, wow, really I should have won. Again, the EKKD, it's 3 times his EKKD. I just need to find a way of pushing that into victory more. But yeah, enjoyed the little series. Looking forward to my next 2 league games. Got a guy I don't know, and I've also got a match up against 11MG, who is quietly confident he can beat me if he can sit in a chair for more than 5 minutes. So, looking forward to it, 11MG. I will see you on the other side. Take care. This is RDO signing out.